damn about others' perceptions of us can be the harshest mindfuckery ever. To be human is to be imperfect. Our flaws are who we are meant to be. Self-love, self-acceptance is an art form that can often take years and years to master. So why is it we will readily accept others for who they are, warts and all, even chastise, feel bad about ourselves if we slip, and find ourselves judging, scrutinizing others for their character or ways? We all unconsciously do it sometimes. But we also judge ourselves far more harshly and unforgiving, and think nothing of the unfavorable thoughts or teardowns we analyze ourselves with. Critical, harsh, and all too often relentless. Loving ourselves, accepting ourselves for all that we are, can be our greatest struggle. It is like a knee-jerk reaction to automatically doubt ourselves, question our worthiness, our capabilities. Trouble is, this is a familiar pattern we can fast get comfortable with. Basically, shoot ourselves in the arse. The more negativity and pessimism we allow to encircle us, to penetrate our deepest thoughts, the more likely they will fast become our reality. We somehow need to find a happy balance of positive and negative emotions. We will never be perfect beings, and that expectancy of ourselves will lead us to no place good. Give me a boom in the comments if you agree. It is one thing to strive to be your very best, to do your very best in all aspects of your life, to see your weaknesses, your shortcomings, to acknowledge them and accept you're human. And to be human is to be imperfect. It is okay to see these qualities in ourselves, then to set a goal plan to work on these things. Striving to do better, to be better, is a good thing. But to hate on ourselves for these qualities or characteristics we feel need improvement is a very unhealthy place to find ourselves. We cannot allow ourselves to go down the rabbit hole of self-loathing, self-sabotaging. We must all learn to accept ourselves and not tear ourselves to shreds because of this vision we have of how we think we should be, how we want others to view and rate us. Giving a damn about others' perceptions of us can be the harshest mindfuckery ever. We can never control another's thought process. Therefore, it's unreasonable to think we can control how others rate us, see us. Nor should we care enough what they think of us to even try to. But we can fully control our own thought process. With practice, we can fully nurture our mindset to be mindful of what we allow to cross it. The more we doubt ourselves, the more power we give others to second guess us too. The tighter those chains will bind us, the further away from freedom we will become. The chains will bind us to the negativity, tying us to the same spot. Whilst we may never be able to fully unshackle ourselves from those thoughts creeping in, we can break open each link gradually with concentrated effort through acceptance for the things we need to work on for the person we are becoming. Holding that power of self-love, self-acceptance isn't something we just automatically possess. Sometimes we've been conditioned to view ourselves and the world around us unfavorably, made to feel there is shame in self-love. Like it somehow makes us a vain, self-adoring git who thinks the world revolves around us, when in actual fact that couldn't be further from the reality of self-love for many. Of course, there is a fine line that some most certainly cross. They are grandiose and have a ridiculous, inflated sense of self. They just simply can't get enough of themselves. Sure, no one can stand a self-adoring, egotistical pain in the ass, but there is a difference in self-love, self-acceptance, than thinking the sun shines out of your own ass. Self-acceptance can be as simple as realizing imperfections are a natural part of life. Our flaws are who we are meant to be. Fabulously unique, with no other being exactly the same. It's in understanding our shortcomings and strengths combined form us into all that we are. We often get this crazy notion in our head that we should be like others. We should be following in others' lead, reaching the same goals, following the same trends, living similar lives. Fuck that. What on earth for? I could think of nothing more stifling. If everyone else has it, if everyone else is achieving it, if everyone else is wearing it, it holds sweet FA interest to me. I will be the one copping eye rolls, saying it how it is with no fucks given. I'll be wearing red when everyone else is wearing beige, whilst everyone else is on trend watching their P's and Q's. Does it make me better? Does it make me right? My choices comparable to theirs? Not a bloody chance, but it does make me one unto myself and totally free from the burdens of trying to fit a certain mold. The freedom of truly not giving a damn what others are wearing or doing is like a breath of fresh air. It was not something that came easy to me, and I imagine not something that comes easy to most, unless one has been conditioned from birth that it's okay to be a free thinker, told they are powerful and capable. Then no, for the rest of us, I believe we have to find the courage to break free from all that restrained us, all that makes us question who and what we are. So long as we are not hurting others, we should be whoever the fuck we want to be. That's who we should be. Many of us have been thrust into somewhere dark, and just because our level of darkness may differ to others does not mean it was not frightening to us. We have all had something that's hurt us or somehow changed the way we view ourselves, the world. Something that inhibits us from stepping out of our safe place into that new and wondrous place. The unfamiliar, the fear of falling that keeps us rooted to the spot. Stuck in the humdrum of self-doubt monotony. We have to turn our thoughts around and realize whilst ever we focus on negatives, whilst ever we second guess who we are and all that we do and can bring to the world, the longer we shall remain shadowed by darkness. If we don't step from the shadows, we will never feel sunlight on our face. Sure, we may need to be patient with ourselves. We may need to take baby steps, stepping into our own. But to flourish and shine, eventually we must face our fears. Learn to accept ourselves for all that we are. Accept what we cannot change. Embrace and find empowerment in all that we can change. We truly can be our own worst enemy. The judgments we allow ourselves to make about ourselves can be brutal. The judgments we allow others to project onto us about us can be a death sentence to our self-confidence. We need to be strong enough to banish any negative self-talk to the shadows, whilst we revel in stepping in the light and seeing our good first and foremost. Anyone who disrupts our inner harmony, we need to banish them to the shadows too. Leave them behind as you bask in the sunshine you've invited in. Be forgiving and kind to yourself. We have all made mistakes. We have all made an ass of ourselves. We have all struggled with something. Focus on growth. See every day as a challenge to step up into who you are becoming. Understand you, like every other person, has good qualities and capabilities that often outweigh your bad. Without question, there are others that would love your good qualities and strengths, and may even compare themselves unfavorably and aspire to be like you. Guaranteed most won't scrutinize your flaws or shortcomings even half what you do. But if they do, it's merely avoidance of fronting up to their own. Your greatest power is in acknowledging and accepting every single one of your weak points, because then no other bastard can ever use them against you. Turn it around for every negative you think you possess. Guaranteed you've got double the positives. Focus on the positives. Don't look at all the pain and hardships you've been through. Look at every battle you've conquered and survived through. Focusing on the negatives will do nothing but waste your time. Precious time you could be devoting to feeling happy. Time that you could be going after all that you desire and all that you deserve. Self-loathing will lead you to places you don't want to go. Keep you from finding inner contentment. Not every day will be sunshine and roses, but not every day will be hard either. Life is a blend of both. No one's life is bliss. If it were, how would we know to appreciate the highs? Never give up on yourself or who you see yourself growing into. Compare yourself to no other. Look back on how far you have come. You are here today, so every shit thing you faced is behind you. You made it through. You survived. You learned. You grew. There is power in that. Every bit of it. Use that power to thrust you forward into that place of fulfillment and satisfaction. That place of acceptance and self-love. Celebrate your wins, every single one of them. Acknowledge your losses and let them go. Cherish and be grateful for every little thing about you that makes you different. Put one foot in front of the other and step into all you want to be. Wave goodbye to the old you that stood in fear of moving forward. Let me know in the comments if these feelings have ever held you back. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my next one. Manifest good your way. And I'd really appreciate a like on this one. Thank you for watching. Until next time, love, peace, and light to you.